YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're here with not no training camp news, only because the DC area was a lot of raining today, so therefore they weren't able to practice outside. So it's not a training camp recap today, unfortunately, because when they practice in the bubble due to the COVID stuff going on, the media is not allowed to be inside the bubble. So no media for no practice, then I can't report to you guys. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. We do have a little something to talk about today, and then on top of that, we're going to talk about one Chase Young and what is some realistic stats for Chase Young going into 2020. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. Before we get into Chase Young and what to expect from him in 2020, we do have a little stuff to talk about. So yesterday, wide receiver Antonio Gandy Golden left practice earlier with an injury. Now, we don't know how serious the injury was, but
as you can see, as the tweet is on the screen right here, it's not a big of a deal according to Ron Rivera, the injury that happened to Antonio Gandy Golden. So we should be fine. And that's just been the case in the story for all of our injuries this training camp. They've been nicks and, little injuries. So Antonio Gandy Golden should be fine.
it was serious enough for him not to practice today. We don't know the severity of it, but once I know what happened to Antonio Gandy Golden, I will let you guys know. But as of right now, he is not out there practicing. Also, we have Alex Smith taking some 11v11 work, but with no pass rush because the guys are only in shells, so no contact. And we also have guys like Thomas Davis and Kendall Fuller with veteran days off. So today it just wasn't no media day, like I said, because of the rain, so they were inside the bubble, so no media, so it's nothing really to report, but it was just a little things like that. So without further ado, so now let's get into Chase Young. So what to expect from Chase Young in his rookie season, and not what would Chase Young's stat line look like in 2020? In my opinion, I feel as though we all have this high expectation for Chase Young because of how good he is. We know how dominant he was at Ohio State. I mean, 16.5 sacks. So we know how good he is. But I feel as though he was robbed of the full rookie experience, you know what I'm saying? Starting back to the draft. He had the draft at his home, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it was fortunate for him because he was able to be with family, but I'm pretty sure they wanted to be in Las Vegas around the boats and stuff like that. So he was really robbed, and this goes for every rookie. They were really robbed of the full rookie experience. From the draft to OTAs to mini camp to now training camp. They're only able to get training camp only for a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? And for that very first week, it's kind of like OTAs, and now for these past 2 weeks, you've seen that they kind of ramped it up towards a real training camp feeling, but they were really robbed. So a high expectation for Chase Young was what everyone expected for 2020, but I'm here to tell you guys that big year from Chase Young in 2020, and that goes for all of the other rookies too. Now, how you look at your big year, it could be way different from how I look at my big year. Your big year could be maybe 6, 7 sacks, or like other people's big years might be 11, 15 sacks. I'm looking at maybe for a big year, probably 10 plus sacks is what a lot of people were expecting or thinking that he was going to be able to do. I'm thinking I would take 7, 6 to 7 to maybe 8. I would take from Chase Young, especially, and if he gets that, that just goes to show you how dominant he is as a football player. I mean, to not have no minicamp, no OTAs, and don't forget that he barely had any training camp. Yesterday was really his first day actually practicing in full pads because he was dealing with a hip flexor. So he was actually able to get some 11 on 11, experience yesterday for like the first time. So if he goes out there maybe 6 to 7 sacks, I will be happy. And even if not that, even if it's 5, that just shows you that the guy is still worth the number 2 overall pick. It just, it was a unique offseason, and he wasn't able to get the full experience, like I said. But I do still feel as though that Chase Young is going to go out there and dominate. But I think it's just going to take some time. Now, hey, is it unlikely that he gets 10 plus sacks? No, it's not, because a lot of people still expect him to get 10 plus sacks and win Rookie of the Year. I'm setting myself, and I know some of you guys should do the same. I'm not setting myself up to be disappointed, but I'm setting myself up to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? So realistic is probably 5 to 6, maybe 7 sacks for Chase Young, only because he wasn't able to get the full off season. Now, like I said, I could be very well wrong about this whole situation. This guy Chase Young could go out there and dominate and probably put up 12 sacks, and that's what we're all expecting. So I'm not gonna be surprised if that happens, but I just wanted to come on here and be realistic. So a realistic stat line. Let me go over his stats for the 2020 season. He's gonna win Rookie of the Year, of course. I mean, who else does he have to contend with besides one Isaiah Simmons? Like I said, I could be wrong on that too. He can have Cleveland Farrell.
I meant to say Javon Kinlaw. I don't know why I always get Cleveland Farrell mixed up with Javon Kinlaw, but yeah, I meant to say Javon Kinlaw.
You have AJ Epinesa, another defensive end. He can also have AJ Terrell, CJ Henderson. It's a lot of good talent in this draft, but he is obviously the front runner for the defensive player of the year as far as the rookies goes. So I believe that he's going to take care of business, but I just don't think it's going to be as star-studded as we're expecting it to be, only because of the unique offseason that they had due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Now, if it was a normal offseason for these guys and they had OTAs, training camp, minicamp, all of that, then I'm saying 12 to maybe 13 sacks. But I'm going to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Realistic is 5 to 7, maybe 8 range. I believe that Montez Sweat is going to be the leader on this team as sacks goes, because all the attention is going to be on Chase Young. Chase Young is going to be getting double teamed week 1, and I know that sounds crazy because he's a rookie, but that should show you how much dominance he really causes already, and he hasn't even played one game. This guy earned his respect, and he hasn't even played one game. As soon as he get that one-on-one coverage, he's going to obliterate whoever is against him. You know what I'm saying? And you can see in the background right here, you can see in the background what happened to Logan Thomas. You can see what happened to Logan Thomas. A lot of people are going to say, oh, well, he's a tight end. Yeah, I understand that, but you get the gist of what I was trying to say. This guy's putting anything down that's in his way, man. Hence why we call him the Predator. So it really should be exciting for Chase Young this upcoming year, man. I'm still thinking he's going to have a dominant season, but I'm just being realistic with myself only because of the unique offseason. Now, like I said, I still have him winning Rookie of the Year defense-wise. All he needs is like 7 to 6 sacks to even win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Probably 7-6 sacks, a couple batted down passes, maybe one interception or something. So as long as he fills up the stat sheet this offseason or this upcoming season, he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. It doesn't have to be just sacks. That's what a lot of people are just going to look at. But even if he doesn't get the big plays all the time, as long as he fills up the stat sheet all across the board, he should win the Defensive Rookie of the Year with ease. And I cannot wait to see what he has in store for us this upcoming year. I mean, like I said, guys, we already know how dominant Chase Young is, man. Ohio State, 16.5 sacks. He had a dominant year his junior year where he created all his havoc. And his dominance from junior year is the reason why he went number 2. I mean, this guy got suspended for 2 games, so it's not like he couldn't put up more. I mean, for God's sakes, this guy got triple teamed versus Clemson. So it should show you how good he is. If you're getting triple teamed and you still get pressure on Trevor Lawrence, it show you how dominant this guy is. And I know, here it go. Whoa, that was college. He's in the pros now. He's not going to be doing none of that. And I'm here to prove you wrong and say, yes, he will do that in the pros. Now, will it be every game? Maybe not so. Not maybe till he gets into his second, maybe third year. But he's going to cause havoc in the NFL. A lot of analysts has already said he's better than Nick and Joey Bosa combined. He has the technique of the Bosa brothers and the speed of Julius Peppers all in one player. All in one body. So it should really show you, man, this guy, it has so much high expectations for his rookie season. The thing that I'm going to talk about here is, do you think Chase Young is going to be overwhelmed at all of the hype that he's receiving to go out there and perform well in his rookie season? Me personally, by the way of Chase Young, who is Chase Young, how I've seen Chase Young in his interviews, how he carries himself and how he carries himself on and off the field, does it seem like he's going to be overwhelmed? Me personally, I don't think so, only because the way he carries himself in his interviews is just humbled. I mean, Julie Donaldson always asks him, and not even just Julie Donaldson, everyone that interviews him always asks him about how does it feel to be number 2 pick. How, a lot of people think you're going to win Defensive Player of the Year, rookie that is, and maybe even some say Defensive Player of the Year. How do you feel about that? And he just say, hey man, I gotta get at least one game under my belt. And he just says he has to be humble, man. He doesn't even look into all of that stuff. So that should show you that he's all about business. I mean, when you have guys like RK, as he calls him, Ryan Kerrigan, giving him praise and saying that guy is amazing, and he hasn't even seen him play in a game yet. That shit just shows you how dominant he is. And to look up to a guy like Ryan Kerrigan, to have a guy like Ryan Kerrigan on your team to lead the way, he is very blessed. I mean, not only is he blessed because of how good he is, but the good coaching staff that we hear in Jack Del Rio and in his position coach Sam Mills, and also Ryan Kerrigan here, you are in good hands, my brother, and I cannot wait to see Chase Young dominate this league for the next 10 years. We're going to give him that fat contract. I mean, he was already the highest paid rookie from this past draft class, so he's going to earn that money in the next 4 years. Watch what I tell you. I wouldn't even be surprised if he has a Defensive Player of the Year award under his belt in the next 4 years, man. I'm already saying this now. You might as well just give him Rookie of the Year right now. You might as well give Coach of the Year to Ron Rivera right now for all the stuff he's been through this whole off season. You might as well give Dwayne Haskins MVP right now. Nah, I'm just kidding, but in all seriousness, I feel as though that Chase Young is going to have a dominant season. Dominant in my eyes. Like I said, my dominance may be different from your dominance. You may think that he's going to have 11 sacks this year, which I want him to, and I know that he's capable of doing, but I'm just being realistic only because of the unfair offseason that these guys had. So I'm not expecting him to go out there and have 11 plus sacks. I'm expecting him, like I said, to have at least around 5 to 7, maybe 8 sacks and still win Defensive Player of the Year as far as rookie goes. And if he goes out there having 11 plus sacks, that should just show you how good he is of a player, and that's basically what we've been hyping up all off season, but we just wanted to be realistic. Well, I wanted to be realistic. It's not like if he goes out there and have 11 sacks, it's not like he's proving me wrong, because I know that's what he's capable of doing. But like I said, if he goes out there and have 11 sacks this upcoming season, I'm really going to be happy and you know, hyping him up even more, and he's just going to be proving me right. Like I said, he's not going to be proving me wrong. He's going to be proving me right if he goes out there and have 11 plus sacks. To come on here and be realistic and say, pipe down, guys. I know we want him to go out there and have 11 to 12 sacks, maybe even more, but the real range is probably from 5 to 8, maybe 9 at tops, in my opinion, only because of the unfair offseason that they had. So, as always, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to the Washington football team, and let me know what player you want me to do next, man, because I know we want to get to the Dwaynes, the Terrys, but what other sleeper players do you want me to do that's not getting that much attention, and what should we expect from their stat line in 2020? I'm all for making this a series, but we wanted to start it with Chase Young. Obviously, we want to get to the Dwaynes and the Terrys, but what are some other sleeper guys, man? Maybe Steven Sims, maybe Kendall Fuller, who knows? But this is all up to you guys, so let me know down below in the comment section. As always, this has been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to the Washington football team, and let me know, what do you think Chase Young's realistic stat line is going to be for 2020? Realistically, 5 through 9 in my opinion as far as sacks, and he's going to fill up the stat sheet and win Defensive Player of the Year. That's rookie, of course. An unrealistic stat line for one Chase Young is that he's going to sack Lamar Jackson 3 times. Nah, I'm just kidding. But my unrealistic stat line for Chase Young is that he's going to have 16 sacks and break the all-time rookie sack leading record. So I cannot wait to see what he have in store. So let me know what you guys think down below. What is your predictions for one Chase Young? So as always, this has been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, host of the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.
I got a bad bitch, she said we gon' spoil you. I love them sticks, nigga, with them 40. She love my dick all the way horny. Ain't getting back door, you already informed. Can't fuck with these niggas, nigga be corny. I'ma just a little step and there was no Jordan.